Okay, so let's do a Jujube update. So this were the potted Jujubes from last year. This one is Chico, I think. Yeah, Chico. And we have, I think, honey jar. I like honey jar even though they're small. This is contorted sauce. You can see it's waking up, which is kind of unusual. Usually Jujubes are late. Another honey jar, and I'm gonna put a spot right here. I bought one leaf from Ison, and it fruited last year, and it looks like it's a lang, so another mislabel. So all I get is mislabeled fruit trees. But anyway, so I don't know if I want to plant it because I have a gigantic lang right there. So these are planted this close for cross-pollination. So this is the blackberry patch, and I got them right here. The plan is to prune this so that they're accessible, probably 8 foot high, 10 foot high, so that I can access them with a ladder, or you just shake them. So they'll be really close here, so to maximize kind of production on a small kind of area. So these are the again, this is the contorted or saw, 2 honey jar. This is the contorted one. As you can see, zigzaggy. It's a lot more zigzag. This one is honey jar, and Chico. All right, and I have all this weed mat that I'm gonna run through the gamut right there all the way, so that this place is always going to be clear of runners of jujube, so they just get suffocated underneath, so they don't sprout. So, and I could mow this also, but I'd rather have this weed mat right here, so I can also put other stuff in here as a temporary stuff. And by the way, I got some new asparagus harvest for this morning. So all right, let's look at the more mature one. We got the mulberry fruiting already, so this is where they're cutting. So, but that's for another video. All right, so this is lang. I let lang turn brown, the fruit, last year, and I was surprised at its flavor. And man, it changed my opinion on lang. Yeah, so I actually didn't mind it. It has flavor, it's sweet. It's not complex flavor, but it's not like styrofoam and bland like last time. So the tree matured and it's awake. It's awake already. Man, it did pretty well regarding fruit. And yeah, I'm keeping this one. I was gonna cut it down because I didn't like the first 2 years of its fruit. They're just like eating cardboard, no flavor. And last year, man, they're not pretty good. This is the wild one. That's one of our favorite here. It has a little bit of tart, which we like, and they're kind of firm until they're kind of ready. So that's the difference. You can't eat them kind of green like what you can do with honey jar and sugarcane. You got to give them a little bit of brown, and then they get a little bit tender. But the size, the biggest one I've seen, they're like comparable to a Li. So they're quite big. So I lucked out on this wild rootstock jujube. All right, so I have the Li/lang still in pot on standby. So this one is awake already. So that's the lang. This is a wild one, and we got those 4 over there: 2 honey jar, 1 Chico, 1 saw. All right, so let's take a look at the wild ones here. So it hasn't woken up yet. So there's one right here that I kind of cloned from, this is a runner that it's not awake yet, from that wild one right there. So since we like the fruit, so I propagated it here. Hopefully it'll take. Yeah, it's not awake yet, but yeah. All right, pardon the mess. It's it's spring cleaning. So this is the huge Jujube patch. If you've been watching the channel, we are zone 8B, Northeast Texas, and we got plenty of fruit from this one. So this is the honey jar. It's waking up right there, so it's waking up. Not much growth, so I'm a little concerned about this particular one. Hopefully we'll get some lots of growth this year, even though we get fruit, so I don't need it to fruit. So this is sugarcane right here. This one got damaged by deer. It is this high, and deer just got the yeah, it broke right there. So but it's this one woke up first, I think. So this is sugarcane, and we have here Shanxi-Li. The fruits, they're not as big as they, because I guess it's young. This also got damaged by deer right there, so I got to put this wire protection from it. So they were they're using it as a scratch post. So I let one branch right there in case that one won't take. So but it fruited. They're not as big yet, and based on what I read, I mean, eventually it will get to the Shanxi-Li size. This is the rootstock for a GA866 that died. So I just let so I can graft another one. We got decent amount of GA866 last year. They're sweet and big. So also got damaged by deer right there. Hence the protection right here. It's awake, so all the jujubes are waking, and hopefully there's no more freeze. But we got bombarded by too much freeze this year. And this one looks like it's dead, man. Shanxi-Li. Even the rootstock, I think it's dead. So didn't really grow. Probably didn't like the spot, or it's actually just kind of not so good. So I'll wait a bit, then I'll put the Lang probably here, or the Li Lang, so it'll, you know, it'll match with that Li right there. So this is Li, and I can confirm this is a Li because it fruited last year. Not a lot, but this is from Ison, so this one was properly labeled. That's why I was kind of confident that with Ison that they're not going to mislabel us. But yeah, I got a Lang from a Li purchase. So anyway, yeah, so if that doesn't do anything, I did a scratch test. Not too optimistic with the result, so that's where I'll probably put the Lang. I'll probably move it here now, so I don't forget. And then the rest are, these are wild jujubes in a way. Don't know what they are, but that one fruited, and it's actually pretty good tasting. That one right there is also good. So let's go over here. And I guess the spot, they're not too happy and whatnot. This one didn't grow much, but it's alive. This guy took off because they're all that size first time I planted them. All right, so this is our wild one. The fruits on this one, oh, they're all awake. I see growth down there. Yeah, jujubes are pretty tough. I mean, no protection. They just, you know, all that freeze we have. This one is awake also. So these two are very promising. What I mean by that is I might not graft into them and just let them as wild jujube because their fruit's pretty good. But I can also take a branch and graft something to it. Maybe GA866, so that since it's a low producer here in Texas, the more you have, even though it's just a branch graft, you know, you still get more than just having just one main GA866 right here. Let's take a look at the wild ones on this side. Look how tall this guy is. It's probably close to 6'2" or 6'4". yeah, they took off. So this is the side branches kind of grew. This used to be it, just in the middle. So there was a lot of growth from this side. So I guess it like this area more right here. I mean, this is the most full sun. My mistake is when I put that honey jar, and it's a little bit of shade. So, but that area right there gets full sun where I put them morning and afternoon. So this one, not as tall as the other one, but yeah, and they're waking up. So wild ones also. So overall, we probably have about 30 jujubes, and I would say 40% are named variety, and the other ones are all rootstock, waiting for evaluation on the fruit, and then I'll decide on what to plant on them. I mean, what to graft. Is this one waking up? This one is not awake yet. Typically, in our area, they don't wake up till April, but it's mid-March, and they're waking up. So, all right. So there's 4 more over here. So let's go over there. The wind is kind of crazy here in northeast Texas. So all this mess right here got blown by the wind. So let's take a look at the 3 more here. These are also wild. And I just put them here. There's a little bit of shade, but they still get their morning and afternoon sun, because the sun basically goes kind of like that. It sets over there during summer. All right, so this one, I see some swollen nodes already, so it's waking up. This one right here, not quite awake yet, but this one kind of grew a little bit. This one not too much. And then the last one, this one I didn't water this lot because it's so far from the property, from the main irrigation over there. We do have the pond here, so I pump water from the pond, and this one took off. I thought this one died, and then just last year, these are all new growth. This is the entire growth from last year. So the original is this twig thingamajig right here that died right here, and then all this growth was from last year. And is this one awake? Some swollen nodes, so it's waking up. I don't see any. Oh yeah, right there. So it's waking up. So most of all the jujubes are waking up. So all right, so that's just kind of like a quick update on the jujubes, because I know I posted a video when they were potted, the one from Dawn's Nursery in Irving. Hopefully they're well, the saw was really hard, the fruit, until it's ready. So I know that one for sure is not mislabeled, because it's a contorted one and it looks like it's a zigzaggy contorted. Chico, for sure, it's fruited and it's like flat, so I know that's it's a real Chico. The 2 honey jar, they tasted like honey jar, but they could also be sugarcane. So the verdict on those, this year we can properly track down the variety for sure, because I can compare, because I got sugarcane here in honey jar, and I can tell you they're different, and we can compare it then. All right, so sugarcane right here. We like sugarcane. I should have bought more sugarcane, but I think we have too many jujubes already, so I'm gonna stop. However, I did. I'm gonna do a update on the muscadine, and I just got a spot. I took out a row of muscadine, which is what I call the sacrificial row for muscadines, and I plan to plant jujubes here because the irrigation is already set. So we'll see. So probably a future row of Jujubes or Persimmons. I'm still kind of deciding. So this is our persimmon row here. The well, the back row. We have persimmons all over the property. There's probably 30 of them or more. So this one just took out all the Muscadines. Irrigation is already set, and there's you can really grow them here. These are spaced 20 feet apart, so I might add 6 Jujubes here, or 5. I don't want it too close to that old tree. Might be a future spot for them. All right, so that's it for now, and I'll do another video now for the blackberry patch that I just cleaned and trimmed.